PlayStation 2 was a console. Okay, I don't need to talk about this one. If you didn't own or knew a family member or friend that had one of these, you don't exist. You're not a real person. Come on, it's like the most sold thing ever after, like, I don't know, fake Nike shoes. It sounds so cool and majestic. It feels like getting teleported into the fourth dimension, aka the realm of video games. And the hardware, I'm sure it was good, I don't know much about it, but it did handle a lot of good games. I'm talking God of War, Metal Gear Solid, Devil May Cry, Spider-Man 1, good game, Spider-Man 2, actual masterpiece, Spider-Man 3.
I'm going to die!
Well, it's a bit misunderstood, but no Resident Evil 4, since that was supposed to be released on the GameCube and nothing else. And we all know that isn't true. Every machine and hardware on God's green planet that can boot up fucking Minesweepers has Resident Evil 4, and it was also on the PS2, and the PS2 version sucked ass. You may be asking, Rifk, why are you talking about PlayStation and not GameCube? Well, I never owned the GameCube, imaginary viewer. We didn't like Nintendo in our family, so I just never owned a Nintendo console outside of, I don't know, NES or something. But screw Nintendo, this video isn't about them, this video is about Resident Evil 4. Instead of dropping you into a mansion in the middle of nowhere with snakes and dogs and zombies, it drops you in a village in the colorful, beautiful country of Spain, the birthplace of color. But there was this phenomenon in the 2000s which was pissed color palettes. And this game has the most pissed color palette of any of these games, yet it doesn't look like shit. It looks beautiful. Everything, and I mean everything, has so much detail. Even the random ass artifact that you find are so gorgeous. Look at that engraving of that pipe, man.
I'll buy it at a high price.
Right off the bat, we open up with the best opening in any goddamn video game. Holy shit, this section got 8-year-old me shedding in his pants and peeing. There is this one cutscene in the early game that shows the villagers communicating with each other and planning to take Leon down. And the camera work and the framing, it perfectly captures that these people, they are not zombies. They are functional zombie people. The AI on these guys is not the most groundbreaking piece of technology, but it's not really important, since the true power lies within their abilities to do so many fucking things. Like, they can break windows, break doors. Yeah, you can barricade them, but they break barricades. Then they proceed to push you from upstairs by putting a ladder up. Yeah, you can shoot them, but they will block with their hands, so you wouldn't be able to headshot them. If there was any other game, I would have just said the village is the best part of this game, and the rest is just kind of, But Resident Evil 4 isn't any game. Every part of this game is cinema. Set piece after another set piece. It is endless. The enemy variety doesn't end. The great bosses, they don't end. The masterclass in writing, it doesn't end. It's just one cheesy line after another one.
Hasta luego.
The gun variety, the arsenal of weaponry, the stockpile of firearms, you get it. It doesn't end. This game will be played by you, your son, and his son, and his son, and it will continue. And I'm sorry to say this, but your life and your bloodline, at some point they will end. I'm sorry about that, but this game is eternal. There's so many random things in this game that just doesn't make sense, but it just works. Like, I don't really know how they managed to develop all of this stuff and pack it into one game and just make it work. Playing as Leon and kicking and suplexing is great, but then you reach that part as Ashley and it gets spooky. She doesn't have the red 9 or the black tail or the silver ghost or any other pistol of your liking, but she can throw lanterns at them and burn them to the fucking ground. We're getting closer to the end of the video because at some point everything ends. Everything. But the game doesn't. Why, on top of making an entire game, they went on and created 4 other characters which have their own unique mechanics. In what planet they made this game that they had enough time to develop all of this stuff in the middle of a development hell and an identity crisis for the game? Which one of my friends has made this great video about it and explained how the game nearly ceased to exist as the way it does. Consider that video like a mercenary mode on this one, but maybe like vice versa, because that video came out sooner and you know, you get it, you're smart. Hey, anyway, goodbye.